Well, hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the news. Now we're going to start off today with a very interesting study that is detailing alligators, crocodile, caiman, and the sort. About them hunting in groups with, what's the word? Specific tactic. Now researchers do start off saying that studying the hunting and the feeding habits of alligators, for example, is very difficult because of how they hunt in murky water or mainly out at nighttime and just don't really like people. They say that most of the observations with this topic are made by for lack of a better word, uneducated people, weekenders, vacationers that might just happen upon an alligator eating. But apparently they found some specific tactics in this research that suggest that they hunt as a group. A couple of tactics in particular, they said that an alligator will swim in circles, getting tighter and tighter around fish, pushing all the fish together, and then the others will take turns going through the center of that circle and eating the fish. Another one suggests that bigger alligators or crocodiles that came in will go down deep in a lake and push fish towards the shore where smaller ones will get it. And it's a really interesting study because, I mean, maybe this isn't news for alligator people, but it's news for me. I had no idea that alligators or crocodile or caiman or whatever exhibited any kind of pack hunting ability, let alone a premeditated habit. So it's a really interesting study. There's a heck of a lot more information than I just said, so I suggest you click on the link in the description and go check out the article for yourself. Now we're going to move on to Salem, where a rescue, more specifically a rescue person, not necessarily a group, I don't believe, a 62-year-old Sherry Baldwin apparently has been given 15 days to get rid of all of her animals. She rescues bearded dragons and apparently had an understanding with old park management, whereas the new people apparently don't like her having her animals there. And I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this story. I mean, it's very unfortunate, but I think a lot of you know how I feel about rescues. I think that very few of them are really good, and some of them have good intentions but get in over their heads, and it's kind of a real mixed bag of feelings that I have as far as any animal rescue, not just a reptile rescue. I do notice one thing in the complaint, though, that apparently included in this 15 days was to make specific repairs as well as remove dead animals from underneath the trailer, and that really, really bothers me. I don't even want to try to stipulate on what is going on or what caused that to be said, but yeah, really bugs me, and like I said, don't want to spend too much time on it, so let's just move on to the main story. We're not in Kansas anymore, but we are. We're moving on to eastern Kansas, where the Kansas Wildlife Commission is going to vote on continuing to list the red belly snake on the endangered species list. Now, there's so many things surrounding this story that just don't sound right. Apparently for political reason, for development reason, or lack thereof, they want the snake removed from the list because of development plans that it's halted in the past. But of course the Wildlife Commission wants to keep the snake listed, saying that it hasn't seen specific biological information suggesting that there's been an improvement in the wild numbers. Now, a local herpetology group does say they're not so sure that it's as rare as elusive, but again, they don't see the numbers that suggests that its population has increased at all, dissimilar from another listing which apparently is suggested to be removed, where they have seen significant numbers increase. So it seems like we're really talking about endangered stuff and removal or additions to the list lately. And again, I have pretty strong feelings, just like we've talked about very recently about this. I believe that anything that has suggestively low numbers obviously needs a listing. I believe all new species that are discovered, regardless of any of the details, should receive immediate respect and listing. And judging from just the information I read around this story, I believe that the red belly snake probably should stay on the list. I really don't care what politics thinks about it. I really don't care what people want to develop or what they can't develop. It's a huge problem when we put development ahead of something like this. I mean, you look at recent discoveries where they might find treatment for Parkinson's through snake venom, and I mean, it's not super recent, but you know what I mean. We have no idea what kind of implications ignoring this potential problem would cause us in the future. And it appears to me that it's just smart for the future of humans, which are not going to stop reproducing in retarded numbers, that we try to protect everything we can while we can do it, because we definitely don't ever want to look back and say we wish we'd done something when we had the ability to do it. So my ultimate goal at the end of the day when they meet on Thursday is the Wildlife Commission's suggestion does not get overturned and that politics does not get in the way, leading to development in the habitat for this snake, and hopefully this snake remains listed. And even more importantly, hopefully some people somewhere get on the ground, if not already there, to actually get some of these numbers, because I understand with such an elusive species that it's very difficult to get numbers for it. And that's obviously very important in determining whether a listing is justified or not. But until those numbers are here on paper, peer-reviewed, then I believe it should remain listed as it has been. And that, my friends, has been all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, that link's right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Friday.